how did you plead? And he said, guilty. Why would he do that?
Well, I got the facts on that. So it's not even what I think, it's what I know. There was no witnesses, and that's what people don't know. So the plea bargain had nothing to do with child molestation, it had to do with taxes. And my father was a diplomat of Liberia. So it had to do with taxes, which he knew he would beat, so he pleaded guilty on taxes, not on child molesting. And then if you
confusing.
If you do the research, you'll find out that the courtroom dealing with his guilty plea was a closed courtroom, so it shouldn't have been recorded. So the person who recorded it actually switched the audios out. Real shit, no bullshit. Switched the audios out and changed them asking him that question. And notice, if you watch the video, you'll see he never opened his mouth. All he did was shake his head. And they switched the audios to defame him and to take his credibility away from him.
What I hate for that problem. Roll. Cut. Freeze in digital memory. And
activate traveling map. Tell me this better work, pal, or you'll be a digital memory.
Take it easy, Gateman. We're loading Richard's image onto the database, and when he's mapped onto the stunt double, you'll never know the difference. All right, boys. Let's see you dance.
Sensational. I love it.
You can do the research. The research will show you, because the newspapers will say Dr. York pleads not guilty. Again, Nuwaubians say that the war is not over. You know what I'm saying? The newspapers from all Putnam County is all there. You know what I'm saying? My father's wife was also in prison with him. She was also accused with him. And my father pleaded guilty so they could free all the people they had locked up, who were the people who would speak on his behalf to free him. So it was a plea bargain in which was taken. So the plea bargain had nothing to do with child molestation, it had to do with taxes. And my father was a diplomat of Liberia. So it had to do with taxes, which he knew he would beat, so he pleaded guilty on taxes, not on child molesting.
They said one of his sons is the ones that turned him in, and also said he did it. His videotape's out there. How much truth is that with one of your brothers?
That's factual to an extent.
And why would he do that? Was it jealousy? Is it enviness? Why would he do that to his own father?
Well, what it was okay. Well, what happened with my older brothers, one of my older brothers was paid over $50 million by the United States government to do that. That was the first peak. Then on top of that, then my brother was very upset with my father because my brother was going into the music industry in the early 2000s. He was producing Little Kim and different people like that. And my father basically said, I'm not supporting any sex symbols. But the artist, my father was a music producer as well, and he was supporting artists like Lauryn Hill, you know what I'm saying, Erykah Badu. Those are people, you can see the difference in the type of music. And that's what he supported, that's what he put his money into, and that's what he was about. You know what I'm saying?
Mommy protected us and strengthened us. Like I said, I was in prison for 10 years. I had a hit put on me because of the voodoo work. Wow. Teaching and action. They was locking brothers up and they caught them with screws. Being key locked, put in the box. And but check it, by the time I left, they was having classes. That's how we did. You know what I'm saying? I had brothers from my garage in the yard. That's what we did. So, that damn mama thing was basically to reboot the people's consciousness on the significant of the fact that when I asked to teach one time, if it wasn't for him, y'all would all still be Muslims, Christians, and Jews. Still be under the boot of the cracker. If it wasn't for part of that questioning the authenticity of God, religious schools, we still be
terrestrials that programmed into the system, it stays like an algorithm. So you go into every black male leader, star, whatever the case may be, that they want to discredit in the eyes of society, it's always a sex crime. Always going to be a sex crime. Because niggas is poor. So you can't tell nobody, you can't turn nobody against a black man by saying like Dick wasn't nice, tax evasion. They gonna be like, oh, that nigga's stupid for playing with that tax. But ain't nobody gonna turn against him. You know what I'm saying? They be like, that nigga trying to get over. Oprah, Denzel, they was all going to his case. Because you know why? Because if he get over with this shit, I ain't paying nothing to me. That's why. They wasn't going to condemn the nigga.
But they know Wesley was down with Amin Ra Film too.
Wesley was trained in security for us. Yes, he was. Right. Wesley's our family. A lot of people are our family undercover.
I
I can recall a time when I was locked up and I was getting the books sent to me while I was locked up. They stopped the books from coming in. They didn't want people to get that knowledge that York was giving us, man. They stopped the books from coming into the jails. They stopped the books. It's funny because they stopped the books from coming into jails, and then they placed Dr. Malachi Z. York in jail. And now the books is coming from out of the jail that he's bringing. I'm so proud that we got to see his son surface and talk to us about what's going on right now. So now that I follow him, I'm back on track.
There's no more God games. No more times for nonsense. It's time to set the record straight. It's not about walking around with a sign in your head saying, I don't believe in Jesus. Like some people like to propagate. They call it the con science community. Because they con you into the science of believing. Once again, the con science community is built off of conspiracy theories. All theories, not facts. So I'm not a part of the con science community because I won't be conned into that science of control. Because in the con science community, you will be tempted into debates. You will slaughter Christians in the street with the little bit of knowledge you have. And what you're doing, honestly, is they're keeping you from waking people up. So if I'm a con science brother with a little chain on my neck, and I see a Christian on the street, and I say, and I'm aggressive with it, confident in it, cocky in it, I've now trained that Christian mind to be afraid of the So you're not saving souls. You're hindering them. A master teacher, a student teacher is room to know how to bring someone over without demolishing them.
Been set forth before the internet and all that shit dropped. He wrote book after book after book after book. You motherfuckers shitting on Malachi, just shit it on yourself. Word. Y'all let these crackers give y'all all of these motherfucking false shit about the doc, and you know what I'm saying? I call him Pop my motherfucking self. Y'all let him put all this false information out about him to turn away from him. That was y'all distraction when he had the fucking information. Now it's a couple things that you're gonna do, and this is what the people is talking about. You're going to get on that shit because it's not a fucking planet. It's a ship. If you know anything about it, you're either going to get on that ship when it leaves or you're going to stay here. And if you stay here, you're going to have to be ready. I mean, this was the